Aye, you're halfway through term. Congratulations. I remember during this time though, this is the time where the stress really hit me and the workload really hit me. Other problems started to come as well, such as a dip in motivation. Like I just started becoming lazy. I like to call this the midterm dip, where you've had that initial fun, I suppose, in uni or in sixth form, but now it's like it's that time to get serious. In this video, I want to give you some tips on how to overcome this midterm dip that I like to call, so that you can keep afloat till Christmas and you'll have motivation just to keep up, so that when it comes to mocks in January, oi, sorted. My first tip is to remember to do something fun. We all have fun in different ways. During university, I would go on night outs basically. Or sometimes I would be feeling homesick and I'd just get a train ticket back home. And I know a lot of people, like my course mates and my flatmates, who did this as well. It's to get that fresh air. There's another thing which I did, which was quite sad. I'll tell you anyway. Basically, I would linger around the uni libraries for longer than I'd planned. First to get work done, but also use that as an excuse to bump into people and to talk to people and to hang out. A two birds one stone situation, yeah? You get me? During sixth form, after my year left, I had to stay in sixth form because I repeated, right? So what I would do is I'd just stay after school, try get some work done, but honestly I would try use this as an excuse to make friends with the lower years, and it works. It worked. But if that didn't work, I would just go on my phone, I'd go on YouTube, or I would just try catch up with a friend. But yeah, I was a lot more introverted and lonely in sixth form though. My next tip: remove distractions when you want to work. I feel like everyone already knows this, but it's that consistent habit of removing your distractions when you want to work that makes removing distractions really, really hard. But the secret to make that habit stick is to make the habit satisfying. For example, my phone is my biggest distraction, so I would put my phone away or whatever, and I'd gas myself up like, I just put my phone away. I give myself positive reinforcement. But what I'd also do is I would also play like lo-fi music while I'm studying, or sometimes I'd watch a series that I've already watched while I'm studying, or I would, if I'm feeling like I want something in the background kind of, I would watch a study with me video, or honestly I'd have no headphones and I'd just have that sort of ambient sound, These things helped me to get in the flow of working, and for me it made studying more satisfying than being in pure silence. But I would still work in pure silence if I was like feeling it, but it honestly really depended on how I felt that day. Speaking of which, I've actually made a video on how to actually get in the flow, so if you want to check it out, you know what, go ahead, check out that video. But yeah, basically find a way to find satisfaction with removing your distractions, okay? That's the key to making that habit stick long term. My final tip is to talk to someone. If you're going to take away something from this video, this would be it. Find someone you trust that you can open up to about your problems. Call up your close mates from sixth form, or maybe you've made some close friends in uni, or even just knock on your flatmate's door and ask them how they've been. I'm gonna give you a secret. Here's how I emotionally open up to people in a way that doesn't add pressure on them and doesn't leave them confused. The way you open up to people about your personal problems, like I don't know, in this case a dip in motivation, or stress, or that workload, or maybe anxiety or loneliness, right, is these talks, right, happen in mid conversation, which means you gotta have some small talk before you get into the serious topics. And with how they respond will determine if that person is worth sharing your problems with. I also want to note that you should not be selfish. If you want to share your problems with somebody else, right, the secret here is to also care about their problems as well, so that both of you are listening and both of you are getting value from the conversation. Also, give them reinforcement that you are listening, and you do this by repeating what they say. So if they say something like, oh, I'm struggling on this part of the assignment, and then this is when you say, yeah, struggling, yeah. This is when you say like, oh, I'm struggling with this assignment as well, but there is that part. You know what I mean? Like, try repeat what they say, but add your own input to it as well. Now, if they're not asking you any questions at this point, or you can tell that they are not interested with knowing about you and it's just them, oh, give, then that person is not worth sharing your problems with. You will eventually find someone that will ask, like after being asked all these, curious questions, that person should ask you those same questions as well, and that's one of the people you want to keep in your life. Keep talking, and listen to each other. These conversations can span up to 10 minutes to like 60 minutes, or even like a deep night conversation, and honestly, these are the best conversations that you can have with people. This is how I've personally made closer friends in university, because you're able to share your problems with each other, accepting that vulnerability and not seeing it as a weakness but as a strength to have that courage and, I don't know, like to be stronger by first accepting your weaknesses, And I also want to mention that you gotta also be patient, because not many people out there want to listen to you. A lot of people out there can be selfish, but also a lot of people out there are just really shy. A lot of people doesn't have that patience, or maybe they don't have that empathy, or maybe they're just not interested, Not everyone's going to care about you, because everyone has their own problems, but it's finding those small amount of people that are willing to listen, and yeah, those are the friendships that you want to keep.